All right, back again for the weekly RTTY contest and other things. We got a little time. We had a good run last week. I think we made 11 contacts. We didn't have any issues with the software, and we didn't have any issues with the radio. This time I'm going without the tuner, without the external tuner. I'm just going to use the internal tuner that's on the FTDX10. And I will be sending at 40 watts. 40 watts. I seem to get a lot more contacts when I was sending at 40 watts. Got to turn down the volume on the radio. Didn't know it was on that loud. Alright, as usual, the weekly RTTY contest happens every Thursday evening from 1:45 to 2:15 Zulu. It's actually Friday since they're using Zulu time. You can get all the information about the contest at contestcalendar.com. When you go to contestcalendar.com, it shows you all the upcoming contests that are going to be going on for the week. Looks like we got the SKCC Weekend Sprintathon coming up. It's not all day Saturday. It looks like half of Saturday and all of Sunday. And then you got the IARU World Championship going on. And for that, you need to know your ITU zone number. If you don't know your zone number, you can look it up on QRZ. Just go to QRZ and search for your call sign. I'll use mine, which is right there. In the detail right here, there's my CQ zone. What are they wanting CQ zone? They want ITU zone. Okay. All right, that's in here somewhere too. I gotta look down for it. At least I thought it was in here for ITU. The CQ zone is there. I'm gonna look one more time. And I don't see it. I see my grid square. I see my CQ zone, but I don't see my ITU zone. So I'll go to my friend Google here and say, what is my ITU zone? First one points to mapability.com. Gives you a map of all the ITU zones. I'm right here. I'm in zone 7 apparently. So if you don't know your ITU zone, just Google it and you get a map here. Most of the US is 6, 7, and 8, it looks like. Alright, what were we on? We were on contest calendar. That's the IARU World Championships coming up. I'm gonna get what you call it. I'm gonna get FLDIGI set up and ready to go. Alright, when you see that big long blue bar there, that's an indication that your sound card is set up correctly. I'm going to press the letter B to bring up my signal browser. I thought, well, Let's view signal browser B. I'll leave that one in the background, and here's what I will run. We're gonna set the radio to data mode, upper sideband, data upper. We're gonna make sure the width is at 3000, and we start at 14083. 14083. And again, down here in the lower left, it's set to CW right now. I got to set it to RTTY. You can also go op mode here, then RTTY, then RTTY 45. I had a problem last time. It was set to CW, and I didn't notice it, so it wasn't sending. All right, it says that. All right, so there's my call. My macros should all be the same, but I always check them, because sometimes I do other contests and I make changes there. So I have to make sure that I'm sending the right exchange. That's my call twice for the CQ WRT from my call. And then the final is that. And we got to do a new logbook. I always do a new logbook for each contest. And it shows you where it's going to save it here in .FLDIGI/log is where it's saving it. And we go with RTTY 0710 2026. And we're using 710 because they're using UTC time. All right, so I will save that. And where's my call? Let's see here. I gotta find my power. All right, my power is at 40. Don't want any noise reduction on. And I want to keep an eye on my ALC, so I bring up this little meters window here. It'll show me my ALC right here. All right, the tuner has to be on. Tuner is on because I'm going straight to the antenna. All right, there's KM4F0 already sending out stuff. I'm going to go here. All right, my ALC is low, my SWR is a little high. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to set my mode to AM. I'm going to go up 2 or 3. Of course, that's wrong too. And my power is at 5 watts, and I'm going to tune it here. do the same thing on 40 meters because I don't want to do it during the contest. All right, back to 14. Back to data, upper side view. Make sure my width is at 3000. Okay. All right, somebody's already sending out here. All right, so I'm going to send my call again and watch my SWR. All right, SWR is low, ALC is low, and we're at 40 watts. So we're good there. So we're ready to go. And again, my goal here is to get 10 RTTY contacts, 10. Oh, that's a good idea. He sent that long message. He's probably checking his settings too in for MMR. So when you're dealing with FLDIGI, once you click on the call sign here, it populates it here. It puts it into this call box. And that makes the call sign available to all your macros. And what's the other thing? I think that's everything I need to check. Expect. Yeah, I played around with the doing the 13 colonies thing, and I didn't get the 2 bonus stations, the TM13 call. I think that's in France, and the GB13 call. And I didn't get, what was it, K2C? Yeah, I didn't get K2C. And I was trying to do all CW. I made all those contacts in CW. They were on different bands, but I didn't want to do any FT8 or sideband. So I tried to do everything for the 13 colonies on CW. And I almost made it. I just missed those 3. Alright, I was going to check. Yeah, okay. I got my Hamrs alert on the top window. I got just DX spots from Texas in the bottom window. So we can do that again. While we're waiting, see if there's any other contests going on that I might do. I don't think I will. I might try to do this this slow speed test because it's actually on Sunday night, right at 7 p.m. So I might try to do some CW on Sunday night. And the medium speed test is a little too fast for me. I can decode fine up to about 20 words a minute. But if you get past 20 words a minute, it takes me a while. I'll pop something in the chat. And I don't think, yeah, there's not any major contests going on this weekend. Summer homebrew sprint. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Saturday and Sunday it's just these 3 contests. So that'll be a good time to do the SKCC. That's if I don't go fishing Saturday morning. If I can go to bed at a decent time on Friday and get up early and go fishing, I'm going to go fishing. If not, I'll just go out to the park. I'll take the radio out there and see what's going on. I think my old buddy over there, Greg, is going to go live sometime later. I'm not sure though. We got about 4 minutes before the weekly RTTY contest starts. And I think I closed it. I did. Go over to contestcalendar.com. Look on the left side. There's all the contests for the week. Looking for weekly RTTY. You find your rules here. So all you have to do is send your name and your state. If you're a DX station, you send your name and your country prefix. You are not required to save the logs. I do take these logs and I send them up to qrz.com. And you are not required to post a summary. It says post log summary right here. But I do go ahead and post my log summary anyway. Just for fun. What is it? Alt 2? Alright, that's going to take up much more of the screen. So we'll leave the radio camera off. And here are the suggested frequencies. We're going to keep those there. And I normally just do 20 and 40. 15 meters is not good right now, and none of the other bands are good for me. And again, I've noticed that when they're doing this contest about halfway through, which is most times at the top of the hour, they will switch over to 40 meters. So everybody starts calling CQ on 40. So I just been kind of doing that. And it worked fine last week. I got 6 on 20 meters, and then I got 5 on 40 meters. So we got 1 minute to go. We can start calling CQ. Or we can grab that guy. N4 MMR. Or we can wait for N4 MMR to come back and send us EQ. It's 44 in how many seconds? There's somebody down below getting ready to call CQ. There's another one down here calling CQ. Alright, somebody called CQ, but I didn't get the, here we go. N4 MMR. Alright, I'm responding to you. I usually hunt the first few and then I will hunt the first few and then I'll call CQ. Okay, he's sending a different call sign. Oh no, that's N4 MMR. Okay, I responded twice, but he didn't hear me. So since he's not hearing me, he doesn't respond this time, I'll just assume he can't hear me. Just because I can hear him doesn't guarantee that he can hear me. He said again. I'm going to send it one more time. It's always one more time. All right, there's, nope, there's a response. He is John VP, it says. Now, I'm going to give him just a second to see if he sends something else. Or I'll go back and check it later. I don't want to waste time. All right, here comes a big signal down here. AA2MF. You're not giving us time to respond, AA2MF. All right, I hit transmit as soon as he stopped because he's sending his CQs too fast. All right, there's the response. It's my response. It's Rich in Florida. All right, I'm going to see who this one is and see if I can get it. All right, I'm not decoding that one, so I'm going to move there and call CQ. All right, so we got two quick ones, and then we call CQ. We're going at 40 watts. It's looking good here. KI7BKL. Let's see if KI7BKL responds. All right, Paul in Washington. All right, we'll log it and we'll send CQ again. All right, I haven't been spotted yet. And I'm leaving a big gap after my CQ to give them time to respond. Some of them will send CQs and then 2 seconds later send another CQ. You gotta give them time to respond. What was it? Was it all? Yeah. All right, sent a few CQs, not getting picked up again. We're gonna wait a second, see if something comes in. Nothing did. All right, send another. I'm sending the wrong thing. I sent the wrong thing that time. It's supposed to be CQ. My buttons are so close together sometimes I hit the wrong button here. This is the weekly RTTY contest. Weekly RTTY contest. We're using FLDIGI to send RTTY on 20 meters. Right now I'm sending CQs out, trying to get a response. This is a weekly contest that goes from 8:45 Central to 9:15 Central. All right, I'm not getting responses on this, so I'm going to move up a few. Or down a few. All right, I moved down. I don't hear anything though. There's somebody right there. Their signal's kind of low though. I can't hear it, so I'm going to call CQ. But this strong signal came in. It always happens when I click over here, the strong signal will pop up over here. When I click over here, it'll pop up over there. And so you wind up chasing them. I'm trying not to chase. W4SX, is it? I click W4SX, if that's the right call sign. 52, we're good on time. All right, I'm seeing signals, but I'm not decoding anything. Here we go. I already got AA4CS. Let's call CQ again. All right, there's my spot. I've got a 13 dB signal out west, out K6 area. Looks like it's going to be a slow day. Last week I had maybe 3 or 4 in a row come through when I was calling CQ. I'm not getting the responses right now, so I'm going to click on that one. I keep trying to move around to find them, and I'm not getting the response. So I'm going to move up. All right, there's something right there. W4YVA. I'm going to respond to W4YVA. No response though. Well, no response from the other side. I'm going to send a response one more time, just in case. Be nothing there. In 7VS, I just clicked on the call sign there and it put it up here in the call box. So I hit my macro that sends my call to him. N7S in. Alright, his signal is fading because it's not decoding his call sign. N7VS. I'm going to try to do it one more time. Another strong signal. Didn't get a response from N7VS. This is the weekly RTTY contest. I'm trying to make RTTY contacts on 20 meters right now. Not getting a response here. It's slightly off. I'm using FLDIGI to send the RTTY on 20 meters. Alright, here we go. WV4P it says. But I didn't decode it though. The signal keeps moving very slightly. You have to get the double bars here lined up, and that'll start decoding in this yellow window here. Alright, I'm through chasing those. I'm going to call CQ a few more times. For 2 more minutes at least, and then I'll switch over to 40 meters. I'm running on a FTDX10. I'm running at 40 watts. The antenna is a endfed antenna. It's what is it? It's a Palomar Bullet. It's got a 71-foot wire, and the wire's not straight. It goes up about 20 feet. Then it goes down another 30 feet, and then it angles back in, and it finally comes down to the ground. Alright, I got 1 more minute here for 20 meters. Alright, nobody responding. I'm going to switch to 40 meters. Make sure my tuner is on. It's on. I'm going to pick up some of these if I can. I lined up the bars there and it's decoding. Trying to get AA9L. Yeah, I've just been doing RTTY for about a couple of weeks now. I'm trying to make more contacts each time I come on. My goal is to do 10 if I can. No, I'm not using Windows. I'm using Linux. I don't believe that N1NMEM runs on Linux. I tried to run it in a virtual machine, but it was too much hassle to do it. And I'm not decoding anything. Alright. Alright, W4SDX. Yeah, I've been running Linux over 20 years now because I was one of those computer geeks. I like to mess around with stuff. Alright, no response. So I'm going to call CQ on 40 meters here. Oh yeah, I don't do a lot of contesting. I like to make casual contacts every once in a while, you know. Even when they have these big contests, like they had the 13 colonies this past weekend. I was trying to contact them, but I was just trying it in CW. I wasn't doing any FT8 or anything else. I saw them on sideband. I saw them on PSK31, but I was just trying to do all CW. Alright, I'm calling CQ on 40 meters. And nobody's responding yet. Alright, I've been spotted at 23 dB, so that's a better signal from me. And I give them plenty of time to respond. ALC and SWR both look good. Alright, there's the AA4CS. And I'll send him an answer. And that's Dell in Tennessee. And send a CQ right back after that. Alright, this is the weekly RTTY contest. I got, what do we got? 12 minutes left. I'm trying to make as many RTTY contacts as we can. And we're trying to talk at the same time. W4VP answered me while I was talking, so I got him there. Let's see if he comes back, though. Ron in Tennessee. And I will send another CQ. And again, if you're using FLDIGI, if you want to, you can type into this blue box and you can hit transmit down here and it'll transmit whatever you type in this blue box. But I got everything assigned to one of these little macro buttons up here. So I don't have to sit here and type the same thing over and over again. Somebody keeps saying KI5, but they're not finishing. I wonder if it's me. No, I've got the carriage return at the end there. They're slightly off to the left here. I can see it right here. Alright, we're still sending CQs. Alright, this is my last CQ. If I don't get a response, I'm gonna hunt for the rest of them. All right, no response. I'm lining up those double bars right there. That's where the signal is. And it will try to decode it right here. KM4FO. I'll respond to KM4FO. See if I get a response back. It says again, assuming he's talking to me. I mean, who else would he be talking to? KI5 Whiskey Whiskey Tango. There's my response. It's Dwight in Kentucky. All right, I hear another one down here. What do we got? 7. Contest ends at 9:15. All right, not hearing much here. All right, here we go. WV4P. All right, I've already got you, W4VP. All right, let's see if, here we go. KM, I already got KM4FO. Let's see if this is AA2MF. I didn't see a CQ at the end, or QRZ. All right, it is AA2MF, and it's yellow up here because I got him on 20 meters. It says again. All right, I'll send a response again. There it is, Richmond, Florida. I will respond. All right. There's somebody way down low down here. We'll see if I can get a response to this one. It's a little to the right of where I am right now. Sometimes it'll pop up correctly in the browser here and I can just click it. I wonder if this is 2 different signals. AA4CS, already got you. See who this other signal is. AA2MF, already got you. Alright, I've already got all these guys calling CQ here. So I'll move right to the middle there and call CQ. This is the weekly RTTY contest. There's a time somewhere in here. You can't really leave the screen because you might miss something. Alright, I sent a CQ and I got no answer. I sent another CQ. Alright, got 5 minutes left in the contest. See that signal way out there? It's nice and loud. As soon as I click there, it'll stop. Alright, let's see here. We got... I'm having more luck today hunting for contacts instead of calling CQ. It's another one way up here, but I'm waiting for this one to come back. Already got AA2MF. There was a signal right there. All right, responding to W4YVA. He says CQ45. I'm assuming that means RTTY 45. Looks like that one's not hearing me. What do we got? 3 minutes. Let's do the rest on 20 meters. I always finish up trying to call CQ just to make a few more contacts. Logbook view. We've got 7 contacts so far. All right, I don't hear any other signals either down here on 20. I think everybody's up on 40. Let me go up a few and see. Yeah, I'm not hearing anybody on 20. All right, back to 40. We got 1 minute. Joe in VA. I don't think that's a call sign. W4YVA. I think I tried that one before and it didn't respond. But we'll give him a try again. 9:15. If he can respond within the next 5 seconds. Alright, so what I was saying, or trying to say, go over to contestcalendar.com. When you go to contestcalendar.com, hit the 8-day calendar. You get a listing on the left of all the different contests that are going on. This is the weekly RTTY test right here. You click it there, and you get information about the contest. You get the exchange, which is the name of the state. You get the rules down here, which is this page. Tells you the frequencies to use. The exchange, it suggests the different loggers you could use. And this test goes on every Thursday at, well, technically it's Friday, but it's every Thursday evening at 1:45 Zulu, which is Friday, to 2:15. So it's a 30-minute contest, and you're just trying to make some RTTY contacts. So let's go and see what we did today. We're going to look at our log file. Alright, we got 7 contacts here. Let me turn the radio down. Alright, we got 7 contacts here. We got 4 on 40, and we got 3 on 20. And for unique call signs, we've got 6, because I got AA2MF on 20 and on 40. So the unique call signs is the multiplier when you go to put your summary on there. So what I'll do is I will take these logs and upload them to QRZ. They're already in ADI format, so I don't have to worry about that. You just open that up, get rid of that. Click here and it says import from ADI file. Click on choose file. FLDIGI logs. You have to click it to all files here, because FLDIGI saves it in an ADIF format, which is the same thing, but you have to select it from the drop down. So we're looking for weekly RTTY. We're looking for 0710. Why is it not here? Let's see, maybe I named it differently. Let's look at it. Oh, I just called it RTTY 07. Okay, that's why. So I need to look for RTTY 07. Alright, RTTY 071026, which is that one. I hit select and import the ADI file. Hit continue. And when I go look at my logs here, you can see the RTTY contacts have been added, and my notes are out to the side. There was one that I had a question about, though. What was it? It was early on. Yeah, it was this one, John VP. I may have decoded that wrong, but the state should be Florida there. So then the other option you have is to post your log summary. You don't have to, but you can. It takes you to 3830scores.com. You look for the contest on the left here, and remember that since it's UTC time, you have to look for July the 10th. And this thing never remembers my email address. Call signs. Single op. Low power. None of that. 0.5 hours. QTH, Texas. No club. And of course, I've already forgotten what I did. All right, let's go 4 on 40 and 3 on 20. So you go 4 on 40, you go 3 on 20. It's your total of 7. My unique calls were 6 because I had one that I got on 20 meters and 40 meters. So you multiply those two to get your total score. If you want, you can put something in the comment field there if you want to. And you hit submit score. And if you want to see if anyone else has posted theirs yet, you hit on contest summaries here. And then the lower left hand side down here, it says weekly RTTY test. July the 10th, remember it's UTC time. Look at scores. And this is just people who have uploaded their logs so far. So here I am again. I'm not at the bottom, which is good. I wanted to get 10, but I only got 7, so we'll try to do more next week. But there's that AA4 CS with 36, and I got the KM4FO. Got the top 3. It looks, no, I didn't get this one. This one didn't respond. So I got the top 2. If you check back later, more and more people will post their scores. And again, that's just optional. You don't have to post your scores. All right, so that is the weekly RTTY contest. And I will see if anything else is going on right now. I don't think I can open Discord here. Let's see. Sometimes Discord will cause problems with my microphone and all that stuff. All right, we got Greg K6 EGG is already live. I'm going to go over and watch that. He needs to put a hat on, though. All right, I'm going to end the what do you call it? I'm going to end the stream here. That's the weekly RTTY contest that goes on. It's a good practice for when they have the big RTTY contest. You can learn how to do RTTY. So I'm going to say 73 guys, and thank you very much for watching. I can figure out how to end the stream.